We meet Robotnik on planet Mushroom, where he is there from 243 days and has gone mad. He has started living there and made some inventions to pass time and even plays chess with himself. He is still finding ways to escape the planet using Sonic's hair and powers a machine to create portal. His experiment fails and he falls on ground and a portal opens and some soldiers come out it. Robotnik attacks them with his traps and defeats them and runs towards the portal, but sees someone. He sees an echidna named Knuckles come out of portal and asks him about Sonic and looks angry. Robotnik offers to help him, and we see Earth, where some robbery is happening and Sonic sees this. He chases the robbers and drives their car to stop them and acts like he is a superhero saving them. He badly drives the car and sees there are bombs in car and throws the bomb outside to get rid of them. He dismantles the car to stop it, and the bombs explode and cause water pipes to burst all over city. He returns back to Green Hills to his home and sees Longclaw's feather and remembers and misses him. Later he goes fishing with Tom, who says he knows Sonic goes out at night to be superhero. Last night, he went to his room and found him missing and shows him newspaper talking about this hero. Tom says he destroyed entire city and needs to act responsible about his powers, since he is still a kid. Tom lets him, he needs to choose the right moment to be hero and Sonic agrees and they leave for home. Later Tom and Maddie are leaving for vacation to Hawaii and Sonic uses his ring to open a portal. He wishes them goodbye and Tom asks him to behave properly when he is alone and Sonic agrees. Tom and Maddie are going to attend Rachel's wedding and Sonic is excited to be alone for first time. Sonic throws a party for himself and eats lots of food and destroys the house and plays loud music all day. We see a fox named Tails come to Earth using a portal who is searching for Sonic and flies towards him. Tom calls Sonic, who quickly cleans the house and lies to him saying everything is normal and fine here. He tells Tom to enjoy the wedding and Tom meets Rachel's fiancé, Randall, who jokes with Tom. Rachel warns Tom to not ruin her wedding and Sonic enjoys a movie with the dog, but suddenly light go. Sonic gets up to check and sees someone is at door using laser and sees Robotnik is back and gets scared. Sonic says he made a mistake coming back and readies to attack him, but is attacked by Knuckles. Sonic is thrown away and asks who is Knuckles and Robotnik says he is his new best friend and powerful. Knuckles says he will destroy and kill Sonic and Sonic attacks him by rolling in a ball, but he is stopped. Knuckles stops him with his one hand and pushes him back and says it's his destiny to kill Sonic. Knuckles asks him about Emerald, which has ultimate power, but Sonic says he knows nothing. Knuckles prepares to attack again, but Tails comes in a car and hits him and asks Sonic to join him. Sonic climbs in car, and they escape from there, and Robotnik tries to follow them, but falls on ground. Knuckles starts following them, and Tails says Knuckles is the most dangerous warrior in Galaxy. He wants the Master Emerald and thinks Sonic knows a way to find it, but Sonic denies about this. Knuckles jumps on their car and starts destroying it, and Tails gets an idea and drives the car over the cliff. As the car falls, Tails grabs Sonic and flies in air with his tails, and Knuckles jumps and hangs by the cliff. Robotnik comes and sees them escape and sends a message to his assistant Stone, who works in a cafe. He gets excited and closes the cafe and activates the satellite, which sends a capsule from space to Earth. Robotnik gets his drones and wears his clothes and gets ready to catch Sonic, and Knuckles climbs on top. Robotnik asks him about Emerald, and Knuckles says it can grant anyone ultimate power. They decide to work together, and Sonic comes to Wade's house to hide and remember something. He sees the map Longclaw gave him and sees a photo of Emerald, and it starts glowing. The map emits some light, and he sees Longclaw's hologram from it, and it talks to Sonic about Earth. Longclaw says Earth has the emerald hidden in it, which can bring any thought to reality. It is now Sonic's duty to protect the emerald from wrong people, and Longclaw goes away. Sonic is sad to see him go, and checks the map for a clue which says he must go to Siberia, and he is ready. He opens a portal and asks Tails to come with him, who is scared to go but agrees to help Sonic. Robotnik meets Stone and he transforms the cafe in New Lab, and Tom plays volleyball with Randall. Tom tells Maddie that he wishes Sonic also finds new friends like Randall and doesn't feel lonely. Sonic and Tails reach Siberia and face a snowstorm and decide to go a bar for shelter and see many people. Tails tells Sonic he likes inventing things and saw Sonic create electric storm on baseball ground. He decided to help Sonic from Knuckles, and we see Robotnik is tracking Sonic's phone and reading message. He tells Stone with Emerald's power he will rule not only Earth, but all planets in the galaxy. Robotnik tracks Sonic is in Siberia, and Knuckles decide to go with him, and Tails uses her translator. It says wrong things, and everyone gets angry in bar, and they decide to throw them in fire and kill them. Tails calls for a dance-off battle, and they agree, and Sonic sees he left the map on table and has to retrieve it. The dance battle begins, and Sonic and Tails dance, but are very bad, and see the bald man has the map. Sonic plugs his phone and plays music, and they both start dancing well, and Tails uses hologram projections. Everyone is impressed by their dance, and they win the battle and get the map, and everyone is happy. Later, Sonic calls Tails his friend, which makes Tails happy as he was alone in his village and sad. Next day, they fly to a mountain and enter a cave to find a big door, and Tails reads the translation on door. He says many years ago, 7 echidnas took 7 emeralds and made Master Emerald, which was powerful. Anyone with its power alone could defeat large armies, and they hid the location of Emerald here. Sonic goes in and finds a large owl statue and activates some symbols on it, which gives them a compass. Suddenly, they see many drones have come here, and Robotnik comes with Knuckles and asks for compass. They attack Sonic and Tails with lasers and rockets, and Sonic runs from there with Tails and goes outside. Sonic skates down the snow with a drone and avoids the laser, and Knuckles decides to follow him. Sonic defeats the drones and falls down a cliff and hangs on side, and Knuckles says he will destroy Sonic. He says his father died when he went to defeat Longclaw, and Sonic says they both lost someone. Tails uses a weapon to capture Knuckles, but he is strong and breaks it, and Sonic throws the compass. Robotnik catches it and attacks Tails, which injures him, and Sonic sees an avalanche coming towards them. He runs from there and calls Tom at the wedding and asks him to use Magic Ring to transport him there. Tom uses the ring but realizes he has the wedding ring and goes to Randall to check his ring. Rachel gets angry on him, and Tom punches Randall and takes the ring and throws it to open a portal. Sonic comes to Hawaii and crashes the wedding with snow and tells Tom about what has happened. Suddenly, Sonic is zapped with electric gun, and Walters is here, and Randall and his friends work for him. Rachel is angry on Randall and comes to know her entire wedding was a scam and tries to attack him. Walters captures Sonic and Tails, and when Tom tries to free them, he is also captured by Randall. Walters says he is in charge of special unit to defeat aliens, and Maddie tells him Robotnik is back. Jojo gives Tails' bag to Maddie, which has all gadgets, and Sonic asks Randall to call Doctor for Tails. Maddie and Rachel decide to save Tom and others using the bag and use gadgets to defeat the guards. Randall feels bad for lying to Rachel and sees her coming towards him to kill him and take revenge. Walters uses electric gun on her, but Randall jumps in between and saves her, and Rachel is happy. She shows how powerful her gun is, and Walters surrenders, and Randall says he actually loves her. They kiss each other, and Maddie finds Tom and frees him, and Robotnik uses Portal to find Emerald. Knuckles uses the compass to reveal the path, and it goes in sea and opens a portal and stairs. Sonic sees the light and says he has stopped this alone, and now it's his time to be a real hero and save Earth. He goes from there, and Tails tells Tom it's dangerous out there, and they need to help Sonic to save Earth. Wade finds Stone and Robotnik's secret lab, and Sonic runs across water with full power to reach Emerald. He falls in water and wakes up on shore and sees the Emerald is inside a temple in the middle of sea. Robotnik and Knuckles avoid all traps inside and come to a maze, and Robotnik uses drone to cross it. Sonic comes inside and uses his speed to avoid traps, and Robotnik and Knuckles find the Emerald. Suddenly Sonic arrives there, and Knuckles begins fighting with him, and they fight hard to reach Emerald. As they continue to fight, Robotnik reaches the Emerald, and Sonic tells Knuckles about this. Knuckles asks him to stop and says he was his friend, but Robotnik denies this and says he wants power. He touches the Emerald and absorbs its power, and the temple starts destroying and filling with water. Knuckles is stuck between a stone, and Sonic goes to free him and saves him, and Knuckles also helps him. They both come to shore, and Knuckles asks why he saved him since he was trying only to kill him. Sonic says real heroes help others, and sees Tails has also come to help and offers friendship to Knuckles. He agrees and shakes Sonic's hand, and Wade has captured Stone and asks him information about Robotnik. Suddenly Robotnik comes there and has powers which he shows Stone, and is happy and frees him. They see police has come there with tanks and army to stop them, and Robotnik decides to test his power. Walters come there with Tom and Maddie and comes to know about the situation, and Robotnik comes out. He says he will show his true power and starts floating in air and pulls all tanks and helicopters towards him. He starts combing everything, and Sonic and others come there in a portal and decide to work together. Robotnik uses his powers and builds a giant robot and does a happy dance, and others are scared seeing it. Knuckles jumps off the plane, and Tails drives it towards Robot, and Robotnik fires all his missiles on Sonic. Sonic jumps off plane, and Knuckles attacks the robot, and Robotnik attacks the plane and destroys it. Sonic rides a missile and fires it on the robot, and Stone gets injured, and Sonic and others meet on ground. They decide to attack as a team, and Robotnik sends his drones, and 3 of them start running towards it. They coordinate their attack and defeat the drones, and Sonic teases Robotnik to follow him, and he agrees. Tails carries Knuckles to the robot, and Robotnik follows Sonic and starts attacking with lasers from eyes. Robotnik destroys the bridge, and Sonic gets injured, and Tails comes inside the robot to distract Robotnik. Knuckles attacks and punches him, which causes the Emerald to drop down, and Robotnik loses power. Robot falls down, and Sonic sees the Emerald and tries to go towards it, and Robotnik also follows him. Tom and Maddie drive a car and save Sonic from being crushed, and Sonic picks the Emerald on the way. Robotnik attacks, and the car crashes, and they crawl out of it, and Sonic tries to use Emerald, but it crumbles. Robotnik readies his next attack, and the 7 emeralds shine, and Robotnik crushes them with Robot's leg. Suddenly, he feels something, and we see Sonic is glowing in golden light and has become supersonic. Sonic floats in air and destroys the robot's head, and Robotnik tries to attack it with his hand. Sonic stops it and destroys it, and then does multiple attacks on Robot and kicks it, and it falls on the ground. He then summons a hot dog and turns back to normal, and Knuckles fixes the Emerald back to normal. All 3 decide to work together to protect the Emerald and universe, and form a new partnership. Later they all play baseball and have a lot of fun, and Tom is happy Sonic has made some friends of his own. They all leave to have some ice cream, and Sonic calls Tom and Maddie as his parents and is happy. Walters cannot find Robotnik, and Stone is disguised as a soldier and hears a soldier talking to Walters. He comes to know there is a secret facility which has a weapon called Project Shadow.